The Princess of Wales has graced countless state banquets, diplomatic receptions, and ceremonial evenings, her presence always framed by diamonds and jewels that shimmer with history. Yet, beyond the glitter, beyond the flowing gowns and the grandeur of the royal settings, one element has consistently captured attention in subtle but undeniable ways: her hair. Flawless, poised, and unshakable, it holds its form even under the weight of history itself. At the most recent German state banquet held within the grandeur of Windsor Castle, Catherine, Princess of Wales, once again captivated the world not only with her elegance and composure, but with a choice of jewelry that carried layers of meaning, significance, and legacy. For the first time in decades, the Oriental Cirlet Tiara, one of the British monarchy's most revered and restricted heirlooms, returned to public view. Crafted originally for Queen Victoria in 1853 and later redesigned by Queen Alexandra, its diamonds and rubies are not merely decorative. They are a statement, a symbol, a mark of history carried forward through centuries. They have long carried a unique stipulation: only a future queen or queen consort may wear them. Tonight, Catherine officially joins that distinguished lineage, positioning herself as a figure whose elegance is matched by historical resonance. Walking beside King Charles on December 3rd, she shimmered in a sapphire-toned Jenny Packham gown. The fabric cascaded into soft, caped sleeves that fluttered subtly with every movement, drawing the eye without distracting from the subtle power of her presence. Yet the true centerpiece, the jewel that commanded the attention of every guest, every photographer, and every observer, was the glittering crown that rested above her temple. The Oriental Cirlet Tiara set immaculately on her glossy waves. Heavy, yet perfectly balanced, commanding respect without the slightest sign of strain or struggle. Photographs captured her flawless front view, showcasing not only the tiara, but the harmony of gown, hair, and demeanor. Yet it was a rare angle, captured discreetly from behind, that revealed the true mastery behind the presentation. Not a single bobby pin was visible, no hidden elastics betrayed their presence, and not a modern hair clip or gripper was used. Instead, Catherine's stylist employed a centuries-old royal technique, a method that has been used quietly for generations but rarely revealed to the public, twisting her hair into an internal knot that supported the weight of the tiara without disrupting a single curl. This is not fashion. It is precision engineering disguised as grace. A subtle art that separates royal styling from celebrity red carpets, a silent demonstration of both tradition and expertise. The Oriental Cirlet is far more than a piece of jewelry. It is inheritance, authority, and a constitutional symbol expressed through diamonds and rubies. Queen Victoria herself stipulated that this particular heirloom should only ever be worn by reigning queens or those destined to become one. Queen Elizabeth II, despite ruling for 70 years, wore it only once during an official visit to Malta in 2005. After that single appearance, it disappeared back into the vaults, unseen until Catherine's debut. Its reemergence is not merely a question of aesthetics, it is loaded with symbolism: continuity of monarchy, confidence in the future throne, and a quiet acknowledgement of Catherine's gradual but steady transition into her next role. She is no longer merely the Princess of Wales, she is the future queen, prepared, poised, and confident. Over the past 13 years within the royal family, Catherine has been remarkably selective in her choice of tiaras, each one chosen strategically, each one marking a moment in her journey. There was the Cartier halo, worn on her 2011 wedding day, which immediately became iconic worldwide. The lotus flower, chosen for various diplomatic receptions, showcasing both elegance and subtle historical nods. The lover's knot, Princess Diana's beloved headpiece, now deeply associated with Catherine's modern interpretation of royal grace. The Strathmore rose, romantic and rarely seen, historically tied to the Queen Mother. And now, the Oriental Circlet, the pinnacle of historical and symbolic significance. Each tiara is a chapter, each appearance a deliberate statement of both respect for tradition and personal interpretation. Catherine does not simply wear these jewels, she inhabits them, balancing centuries of legacy with her modern poise. becoming a bridge between the past and the future. While the diamonds and rubies sparkled under the crystal chandeliers, it was the subtlety of her preparation that spoke volumes. The hidden internal knot that held the Oriental circlet in place is a metaphor, a small yet profound demonstration of how she has mastered both the external appearance and the internal discipline required of someone preparing to assume a future queen's role. There are no temporary fixes, no superficial arrangements. Everything is deliberate, natural, and secure. This attention to detail, this invisible mastery, is what sets Catherine apart. She is not merely a princess who dresses beautifully. She is a royal figure who understands the weight of history, both figuratively and literally. From her earliest days as a member of the royal family to this landmark appearance at Windsor Castle, Catherine has exemplified a remarkable balance of humility and presence, modernity and tradition. The Oriental Cirlet Tiara, once confined to the vaults and worn by a select few, now finds itself on a woman whose life embodies both the weight of history and the promise of the future. In this single appearance, every element, jewels, gown, hairstyle, demeanor, works together to tell a story of grace, responsibility, and continuity. The hidden knot securing the tiara, invisible yet essential, is the perfect metaphor for Catherine herself. Strong, deliberate, prepared, and
When the Princess of Wales stepped into the
supporting the
ballroom
weight of
wearing one of the
history
most
without
restricted and
disrupting
sacred
the outward
jewels.
appearance of effortless grace. Every guest, every photographer, every observer witnessed a moment that was simultaneously luxurious, symbolic, and deeply meaningful. It was a quiet affirmation that Catherine has not only mastered the art of royal presentation, but she has also mastered the very role she is destined to inherit. Tonight, as the Princess of Wales moved through the glittering halls of Windsor Castle, the Oriental circlet resting perfectly atop her waves, she demonstrated the seamless fusion of tradition and modernity. She embodied the enduring elegance of Queen's past while quietly signaling the strength, poise, and readiness of a future queen. The diamonds sparkled, the rubies glowed, and her hair, flawless and unpinned, completed the image of deliberate perfection. This was not simply fashion. This was history in motion, continuity realized, and the quiet assertion of a legacy that spans centuries. Catherine has mastered not only the tiara, but the role itself. Every element, every detail, every deliberate choice communicates a story of preparation, poise, and legacy. She is not merely wearing royal jewels, she is inhabiting them, balancing centuries of history while confidently moving toward her future role. The Oriental circlet, heavy with meaning, rests perfectly, and in doing so, it tells the world that the monarchy's continuity is secure, graceful, and in capable hands. In that subtle twist of hair, hidden beneath centuries of gem-weighted symbolism, lies the truth. Catherine, Princess of Wales, is prepared, poised, and perfectly aligned with the history she now carries forward.